Good evening, everyone. How y'all doing today? The game is over. Well, a lot of games are over for that matter. What's going on? Oh, I'm getting notifications on my computer, right? But let me straighten my mic out real quick. The games are over, man. Well, a lot of the big games are over with. This is basically officially the final game or final games of the 2024 college football season. It's been a lot of upsets this year, and it's been a lot of upsets today. An upset almost happened last night with Georgia Tech, 8 overtimes, almost tying the record for I think it's Penn State, Indiana. They went to 9 overtimes like years ago, but yeah, that game right there was wild. That was stupid crazy right there. But at any rate, it's been a lot of things that have relatively been going on with the football. A lot of 2 top 10 upsets today. Miami, Ohio. No, Miami is a college, Miami of Ohio, but no, not University of Miami. University of Miami, the Hurricanes down in South Florida, Miami, and the loss of Ohio State and between Ohio State and Michigan. Michigan pulling the upset on the number 2 team in the country. But at any rate, man, we got a lot of stuff to cover today. This has relatively been a wow Thanksgiving weekend. I think, just in my opinion, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think this is probably the most wildest weekend in college football ever. I don't think it's ever been a weekend like this before. With the 12-team playoffs, Colorado being ranked, whoever said they would have been ranked. But you know, a lot of things are going on. Let's go ahead and go to these scores. Let's get some commentaries going on, and I can almost guarantee you, they see it. The CFP ranking show on Tuesday is gonna be straight bananas. I guarantee. Listen, it's gonna be crazy next week, man. I'm letting y'all know what time it's gonna be. But at any rate, let's go and get these scores, man. This has been wild. I ain't never seen that like this before, man. It's been straight crazy, man. Let's go ahead and go down here real quick. Start from the bottom all the way up. We're gonna go to these games we had last night, man. I mean, on Thanksgiving Day, and also I think it started yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But at any rate, Friday, November 29th, yeah, it started yesterday. Everything wilding out. Colorado beating the shit out of Oklahoma State. Colorado putting in work on them boys. Travis Hunter, i.e., he relatively got the Heisman. Let's be honest with Travis Hunter getting the Heisman. Oklahoma State, OSU rather, 0, Colorado 52. I don't know how you pronounce this dude's name, Mayo Laku or Mayo Luka Smith, 70 yards passing, 2 interceptions. Trent Howard, 57 yards rushing, no touchdowns, basically no touchdown. You know what? We're going to go ahead and just leave Colorado, just leave Oklahoma State right here. But they, one bright spot about this whole thing, they did get 6 sacks yesterday on Colorado. So, yeah, they got 6 sacks, but that's all they got was 6 sacks. This is the only bright spot that they had yesterday. Now, Colorado, 52. Shedeur Sanders, 400, get this, y'all, 438 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. That boy go to the NFL. Ryan Staub, no touchdowns, no interception, no yards passing, but he was on a roster. Check this out. Michael Welch, 39 yards receiving. 39 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, which is good. LaJohntay Wester, 175 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. Travis Hunter, the Heisman winner, the projected Heisman winner, he locked it up yesterday. 116 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns. And guess what? Shallow Sanders, don't worry about that. But guess what? Colorado with 3 sacks yesterday. Colorado, congratulations, man. Y'all got that energy. Man, look, let me tell y'all something real quick. Here's my deal. What I like about this Colorado team, Dion and company, they coming up, man. He been there 2 years and don't turn their program around already. He getting 5-star recruits. I think they saying he's gonna land Juju Smith or something like that. Well, he's actually committed to USC as the nation's #1 recruit. But he decommitted, and it's been said and reported he's gonna be going to Colorado. We don't know yet. But Deion Sanders, he's snatching up 4 and 5 stars now. He's snatching them up. Deion out here winning. And you know, they're gonna get some NIL deals and all that good stuff and everything. But at the same time, Colorado, they making a little noise. I got to get Colorado. It's like this right here. You got your favorite team, and then you got Colorado. It's like college football favorite team right now. But at any rate, but congrats to the Buffaloes, man. Y'all got the energy. This is the last game of the season. I don't know who they playing next. They might be playing, let's see here. They might, well, depending on the BYU game, they might be in the Big 12 championship. We don't know. But at any rate, Colorado, they won 9 games. Colorado probably gonna get a nice little bowl. They gonna get a little bowl game, a nice little bowl game. So don't get me wrong. I can see them. I don't know where Colorado gonna go. We have to see what the bowl selection committee will determine about that. But y'all definitely got the energy. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and go on back to the scores, man. But for real, let's go ahead and go on back to the scores. Yeah, they definitely got the energy. Ole Miss coming out that loss last week of Florida off that upset. The Florida beating them in. Ole Miss came out and played last week. Played on yesterday. They made up for it. Jackson Dart. Well, Jackson Dart. Even though you still Jackson Fart, because you played like Fart last week, but you played like Jackson Dart. Mississippi State 14. Ole Miss number 14, 26, which is the score for Mississippi State. Michael Van Buren, 280 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And you got Devon Booth, 38 yards rushing, and no touchdowns. But you got Michael Van Buren with 1 touchdown as well. So he did get a rushing touchdown. Kevin Coleman Jr., 118 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Also with 2 sacks, Mississippi State, Ole Miss in-state rivalry. You know how the thing goes. This is the craziest weekend in college football. Jackson Dart, 143 yards passing, 1 touchdown, which is pretty cool. And also he got 77 yards rushing too. Ulysses Bennett the 4th, 136 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. JJ Pegues, 6 yards and 1 touchdown. And also Caden Priestcorn, 53 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Also, they got 3 sacks yesterday, 26. Ole Miss, congratulations, y'all got the energy. Them boys going in. I don't know what bowl game they're gonna be going to, but actually, my bad. Hold on. Let me get something straight real quick. I forgot. Here's the deal, y'all. With this new college football playoff system, I think it's gonna be. Well, I think the teams who don't make the playoff, I don't know how to say it. Help me understand. I think they're going to be playing playoff games, and then they'll go to bowl games afterwards with the playoffs. That's just what I'm thinking that it is. I'll look into that later. My show on next week, I'm going to have all that information, but right now, rivalry weekend is crazy. This crazy weekend ever with the new playoff system, and also with the crazy losses and upsets and things of that nature that happen this weekend. It's going to be bananas. So, we'll go ahead and look to that next weekend. So I would say by next weekend, I think I don't know if I'll probably do the show on Saturday. More like I'm going to do the show on Sunday too. Well, I got a Saturday and a Sunday show. So I do have a Saturday and a Sunday show every weekend. So more than likely on Saturday, probably Saturday evening, when all these championship games are being played, I'll probably give my predictions of who's gonna go where, and we'll just take it from there. And on Sunday, it's gonna be college. It's gonna be college and NFL. So it'll be pro and college football. I'm gonna have a guest on next week. My boy Daniel Lumpkin, he coming through. We have it scheduled, but we got to see what happens because, we got it scheduled for the 8th. I don't know what time yet, but if you don't come, I'm going to be on here anyway. But, yeah, congratulations to Ole Miss. Y'all got the energy. I just want to throw that in there real quick. Yes. So, Boise State, another Heisman candidate, Ashton Gentry. He might have, you know what? I actually had him for the Heisman earlier this year, but because of Travis Hunter, dude playing both sides of the ball, he get interceptions, he catching touchdowns. Dude is definitely probably a Heisman winner. This is my opinion. But Oregon State 18, Boise State 34. Oregon State Ben Goldbranson, 226 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Guess what, y'all? Anthony Hankerson, 110 yards. Yo, look, you would have thought Anthony Hankerson was Ashton Gentry. Genty. With these stacks, 110 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. And also, Darius Clemens, 123 yards receiving, 1 touchdown, and they got no sacks. But Boise State, you already know what Boise State, Ashton Gentry, 34, Maddox Matson, 195 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Ashton Gentry, Genty. I keep saying Gentry. Ashton Gentry, 226 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Matson, 37 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. And guess what? Latrell Caples, 1 touchdown. Ben Ford, 1 touchdown. And none of these receivers got 100 yards because Ashton Gentry got all the yards yesterday. He ate up everything. And they got 2 sacks. So, congrats to Boise State. Y'all got the energy. They're going to the playoffs. More likely, they're gonna be going to the playoffs. I think they're playing the Mountain West Conference. 6-0 at home. They're playing the Mountain. I think it's the MAC Conference or the Mountain West. I forgot what conference that they're in. But that's cool. So congrats to Boise State. Y'all definitely got the energy. Georgia and Georgia Tech. I'm gonna get to that game later on. I'm gonna skip that game for right now. That's been a wild one right there. I'm gonna get that game later on. Even though it's on Friday, I'm just going down a list on the games. I'm gonna skip on over to Tulane and Memphis. Memphis putting the upset in Tulane. That's an upset right there. Memphis unranked, beating Tulane 34-24 in Tulane, man. That's what's crazy about that whole thing. Again, rivalry weekend. Everybody out here, these visiting teams and these unranked teams beating up on everybody. Memphis Tigers, 34. Tulane Green Wave, 24. Seth Hennigan from Memphis, 218 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Mario Anderson Jr., 177 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Greg, I don't know how you pronounce all these juniors on this thing. Greg DeRossiers Jr., 41 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. I'm butchering names today, y'all. I don't know what it is with me and these names today. Rock Taylor, 96 yards receiving, no touchdowns. But guess what? Greg, DeRossiers Jr., 84 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. So he got two passing touchdowns and one rushing touchdown and 2 sacks. Tulane, man. Darian Mensah, 317 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. But guess what? Their run game was off today on the Barnes III with just a rushing touchdown on 5 yards. But guess what? Mario Williams, yes, 130 yards receiving and 1 touchdown, and they got 4 sacks today. But congrats to the Memphis Tigers. Y'all definitely got their energy. Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to sneeze. It's that time of the year. You know, everybody kind of be up under the weather and all that crazy stuff. But Illinois, y'all, I forgot. Memphis, y'all got the energy. Illinois, number 23, being Northwestern. You know, that's the biggest game of the year, the in-state rivalry. Northwestern being in Chicago, Illinois. Is it Champaign? Yeah, I think it's in Champaign, if I'm not mistaken. Illinois, 38, Northwestern, 28. Yes, that's pretty cool. Luke Altmaier, 170 yards passing for Illinois, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Aiden Lowry, Aiden Lowry, 172 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Man, them Ashton Gentry numbers, man. That's crazy. But Pat Bryant, 70 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. And Illinois with 2 sacks today. Being Northwestern, 28. From Northwestern, Jack Lausch, 287 yards rushing. 287 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Ryan Bowe, 42 yards, and he got 1 interception too. And that's crazy. AJ Henning, Thomas Gordon, AJ Henning, 119 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Thomas Gordon with the touchdown. And Northwestern with 2 sacks. Congrats to the Fighting Illinois. Yeah, Illinois. Yeah, is it Illinois? Yeah, Illinois. Yeah, congratulations to the Illinois. And my boy Nicholas Moore. Congrats, man. I know Illinois, your team. Yeah, they got the energy, bruh. Illinois, they're going into the bowl season. You know, like I said, you got to win 6 games to be bowl eligible. So Illinois are Fighting Illinois. Y'all definitely got some bowl games going on. So that's pretty cool right there. So congrats, y'all definitely got the energy. That's pretty good. UNLV take care of business with Nevada. UNLV 14, No, I'm sorry. Nevada, 14. UNLV, 38. Yeah, went in and handled business today. You know, they ranked and everything. Shout out to Vegas. Look, if I was in Vegas, I'd put my money on them. No, for real. Yeah, but another in-state rival, Nevada, UNLV. Nevada, Brendan Lewis, 292 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And Brendan Lewis, 30 yards rushing. Jaden Smith with a touchdown. Cortez Brom Jr. with 56 yards, 1 touchdown. And Nevada coming in with 1 sack. Hey, UNLV, them boys were good on both sides of the ball. Guess what? Haas Malik Williams, 168 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Jane Thomas with 135 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Haas Malik Williams, 104 yards, add a touchdown to that stat sheet too. He stat padding today. And also, Ricky White III, 1 touchdown, and Kelly Balungay with 1 touchdown. And guess what? Nevada was 6 sacks today. With 6 sacks. They came in, was this today? Yeah, they came in and took care of business today. Pretty good. Congratulations to the Rebels. Y'all got the energy. I don't know who y'all got next. I don't know, man. Listen, right now, I don't know who playing next. Missouri, Arkansas, coming in handling business. Congrats to the Mizzou Tigers. Y'all got the energy. Arkansas 21, Missouri 28 for Arkansas. Taylor Green, 229 yards passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But guess what? Jaquindon Jackson, 87 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. Yes, he scored out points today. And guess what? 1 sack. But guess what? Mizzou, they came in. Brady Cook, 168 yards passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But guess what? Marcus Carroll, 90 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. And Brady Cook, 63 yards and 1 touchdown. Add something to that. And guess what? Theo Wees Jr., 100 yards receiving, but no touchdowns. And they only got 2 sacks today. So congrats to Mizzou, number 21. Y'all got that energy. Mizzou, of course, they're going to get into a ball game. Arkansas get into a ball game too. We just got to find out where we go. They're going to find out where they put them at. But Iowa State, take care of business with Kansas State. Who knows? Iowa State. Iowa State coming in. I think are they going to the Big 12 championship? If I'm not mistaken. I think they're going to the Big 12 championship. But at any rate, I get into all that good stuff later. Kansas State, 21. Iowa State, 29. Number 18. Both these teams are ranked. Guess what? Avery Johnson from Kansas State, 220 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. And that's all the score. So Avery Johnson, well, not that he did all the scoring, but he helped quarterback the score. Moving on, Jace Brown from Kansas State, 106 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. Gary Oakley, 1 touchdown. And they got 1 sack today. But guess what? Iowa State, them Cyclones, they can't do like a Cyclone for real. Rocco Beck, 137 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Also Rocco Beck with another touchdown rushing today. Jaden Higgins, 53 yards, a touchdown. Jalen Noel. Hold up, it's been a lot of Jadens I've been. No, you got Jaden Daniels. We got Jaden Reed, Jaden Higgins, all these Jadens and Jalen's and, oh man, it's like the common name nowadays with all these J's up in here. But Jalen Noel, 37 yards receiving, 1 touchdown and 1 sack. Congrats to Iowa State. Y'all got the energy. Arizona State, moving on up. Arizona State, they might be going to the Big 12, y'all. I think they're going to the Big 12 championship, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, at any rate, they moving on up. Arizona and Arizona State, another in-state rivalry. Arizona State taking care of business. Arizona State 49, Arizona 7. Sam Levitt from Arizona State, 291 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. And Trent Borgett with a touchdown and also 71 yards passing. Guess what? Cam Skateboat. That dude got a cool name. I like that last name, Skateboat. Hold up. How many people you know with a last name? How many people do you know with a last name who their last name is a nickname? Skateboat. I like that name. Cam Skateboat, 21 carries, 177 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. Kyson Brown, 100 yards rushing, no touchdowns. But guess what though? Jordan Tyson, 143 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Derek Usbo, oh my God. Use bio. I'm butchering names, y'all. 64 yards receiving. 64 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Xavier Guillory, 41 yards rushing. And I'm sorry. All these are receiving touchdowns. Let me start over. Jordan Tyson, 143 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Derek Usbio, 64 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Xavier Guillory with the receiving touchdown as well. And also Cam Mateer with the touchdown as well. And guess what? They got 2 sacks today. Arizona, man, I don't even want to read this off, but I'll read it off. Noah Fifita, 126 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Kendrick Riscano, 55 yards rushing, no touchdown. Quali Cunning, 26 yards receiving, and the only touchdown of the day was to Titaroya McMillan, 68 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. They got 2 sacks today. Congratulations to them Sun Devils. Them Sun Devils. Y'all got their energy. I think they're going to the Big 12 championship. I don't know what championships are lining up. I'm gonna have to look into this real quick. Now the stage has been set. Alabama, take care of business again. And here's another. Well, Alabama might be getting back up in that thing next week because of them 2 losses today. We got to see what's going to go on with that whole thing right there. Alabama, Auburn, in-state rivalry. You know how that goes. Auburn 14, Alabama 28 at home. Peyton Thorne from Auburn, 301 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And also Cam Coleman, 1 touchdown receiving. And that's the only thing that they got today. And who got the other touchdown? I forgot who got the other touchdown. Oh, was it the fumble recovery or pick 6? I don't know, one of those things. But Auburn was just 14. Alabama came in, Rick shot, 1 sack on Jalen Milroe. Alabama came in 28. Jalen Milroe, 256 yards passing, but he got no touchdowns and he threw an interception. But guess what? Jalen Milroe, he did get 3 touchdowns rushing. Yeah, he get more touchdowns rushing than he do passing. 104 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns. And Justice Haynes, 20 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Jeremy Bernard, 111 yards receiving, no touchdowns. Ryan Williams, not much of a factor today, 53 yards. He got a little something. And Alabama 1 sack. Congratulations, Roll Tide. Y'all got their energy. Alabama, they just waiting to be seeded. I think Alabama's gonna be seeded. We got to see what happens with Miami. Because Ohio State probably still gonna be up in there, but I think Miami may drop. I don't know. That's gonna be interesting there. I get to that commentary in a minute. Roll Tide, y'all got the energy. Now, I forgot Alabama is gonna get back in. I forgot all about this game. Upset number 1, South Carolina, upsetting Clemson. Clemson was Clemsoning, and Dabo Sweeney, or I call him Dabo Weenie, because he be talking mad shit, man, talking about just an invitation for the Big Ten and the SEC. Guess what, though? You proved it ain't no invitation. It's just the SEC whooped your. Look, Georgia beat your ass. South Carolina beat your ass today. It's crazy. Hold on. Define irony, right? You go up in here. You got your ass whooped the first game of the season. Cool. Got blowed out. Start winning, right? And you lost 3 games. That's cool. I know you lost to Georgia and you lost to South Carolina too. So, I knew you lost against them. And you lost against Louisville. But you was talking, so you play a game, you lose against the SEC team in the beginning of your first game of the year. You lose a game against your last game against the SEC team, your in-state rivalry. And I figure South Carolina ain't no slouch. They're pretty good. But because they get Alabama here. Here's my deal right here. You said you were critical of the college football playoffs. It's just basically an invite for the SEC and the Big Ten teams. Guess what? I don't think there was an invite today when you got beat, bro. Yeah, even though they won at the last moment of the game, but the point is they won the game. Hey, South Carolina, they beat you in your own house. Hey, Dabo Sweeney, take everything back what you said, bro. Guess what? They proving their point. The SEC is, and the Big Ten is, quite honestly, better than the ACC. Now, in football, in basketball, ACC is the ACC, Atlantic Coast Conference. When it comes to football, you the almost competitive conference. That's the ACC when it comes to football. Yeah, you won the national championships and all that good stuff. But yeah, you're the almost competitive conference when it comes to football. You really are. But anyway, congrats South Carolina. They got the energy. Let me go ahead and go back over these scores, all these highlights, all this good stuff that's going on. Cam Ward was a Heisman Trophy winner. No, I'm sorry, not Cam Ward. I'm thinking about something else, y'all. But let's go ahead and go to this game real quick. South Carolina 17, Clemson 14. Lenore Sellers for South Carolina, 164 yards passing, 1 interception. But guess what? He got 166 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, Lenore Sanders. It was a Lenore Sanders show today. Let's be honest about it. And guess what? They only got 1 sack. But guess what? South Carolina, Cade Klubnik. Yep, he went clubbing hard last night on Thanksgiving. That's why he couldn't, get that done today. But he did get something done. Let me stop playing with y'all. Yeah, 280 yards passing, no touchdowns, and no passing touchdown, and he got 1 interception. But Cade Klubnik, he did get 62 yards rushing. He got 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good. And Antonio Williams, 99 yards passing, 99 yards receiving. Brian Westcott Jr., 67 yards receiving. All the receivers, they're pretty fair. And they got 3 sacks today, y'all. 3 sacks. But guess what? The Gamecocks, they got the energy, man. Congrats to the South Carolina Gamecocks. Y'all got the energy. Indiana, oh, man. Whew. Indiana and Purdue. Indiana out here playing lights out today. I don't know what that, man. Indiana, them boys out here, they're knocking everybody out the box. But Indiana, Purdue, 0. Indiana, 66. Man, Purdue, let me go with Purdue real quick. You know what? Hudson Card, 35 yards receiving. No, 35 yards passing. Yeah, you need your scholarship pool. Ryan Brown, get your scholarship pool, just 99 yards passing. David Maccabee, 21 yards rushing. Yeah, you need a scholarship pool. Max Clare, get your scholarship pool. They got 2 sacks. How y'all get 2 sacks? And no, the defense did better than the offense today. Anyway, let's move on to Indiana real quick. Number 10, Indiana. Curtis Roy, 349 yards passing, 6 touchdowns. Oh my God. Woo! Them boys put up numbers. Justice Ellison, 63 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Tyson Lawton. Okay. Is it Ty Lawton? Tyson Lawton, 47 yards receiving. No, rushing, 1 touchdown. Taven Jackson, 20 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Guess what? Elijah Sarah, 165 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. Keyshawn Williams, 1 touchdown. Omar Cooper Jr., 1 touchdown. Miles Krause, 1 touchdown. Zach Horton, 1 touchdown. Indiana with 2 sacks, man, came in and put up 66 points on them boys. Boy. Congrats to the Hoosiers. Y'all got that energy. SMU, going to the championship game, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Oh, here it is. Oh, SMU. Moving on up, y'all. SMU, 38, California, 6. SMU, the Mustangs, they go to the ACC championship game. I forgot who they gonna play. I'm gonna look at all this stuff and I'll get with y'all later on it. But California, 6. And Chandler Rogers, 84 yards passing, no touchdowns, no interception. CJ Harris, 75 yards passing, 1 touchdown. No, 1 interception. They ain't get nothing today. I'm gonna go ahead and go on to the SMU Mustangs, and SMU just came in and put on the show today. Kevin Jennings, 225 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Preston Stone, 75 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Bashard Smith, 68 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Derek McFall, 11 yards rushing, but he did get a touchdown. Guess what? Bashard Smith, a touchdown. Yeah, add that to it. Keyshawn Smith, 48 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Matthew Hipner, 1 touchdown. Yes, and they got 5 sacks today. Came in and put up numbers on them boys. Woo! Came up there and put up numbers in them boys, man. That's crazy right there. Yeah, so SMU, they came in and put up numbers on them boys today. Y'all got that energy. Moving on up to Tennessee, Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt actually had a 17-point lead on Tennessee. But Tennessee came back and put on the show for them boys, man. And they played a little bit. It was a pretty close game for the second quarter. But anyway, after that, It was all Tennessee from that part forward. Look, Tennessee 36, Vanderbilt 23. Nico Alievia. I think I got that name right finally. 257 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Dylan Sampson, 178 yards rushing, no touchdown. But guess what though? It really don't matter because Dante Thornton Jr., 118 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. Chris Brazil, 54 yards receiving, no touchdown. Miles Kitselman, 1 touchdown. Mike Matthews, 1 touchdown. Yeah, that's pretty good. And they got 3 sacks today on Vanderbilt. And actually the state's like 80% Tennessee fans too. That's what's crazy about it. Diego Pavia, 104 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Cedric Alexander, 60 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Diego Pavia, who had that rushing touchdown against who ran off of Alabama. 45 yards rushing. No touchdowns. Pretty cool. He's a rushing quarterback anyway. Richie Hoskins, 31 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. And not only that, they got no sacks. Congrats to the Volunteers. Y'all got the energy. Now, major upset number 1. Well, we got Clemson in South Carolina. Upset Clemson. Major upset number 1. Miami, they lost 2 in a row. Literally, Miami has lost 2 in a row. Cam Ward, early season Heisman hopeful. He pretty much done. I don't know if Miami gonna be out the playoffs, but at the same time, it ain't looking good right now for Miami. I don't think they're gonna be going to the ACC championship game. I gotta look at all this stuff. Cam Ward, 349 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Not a bad day. Damian Martinez, 85 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Mark Fletcher Jr. at 46 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Xavier Restrepo, 148 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Yeah, Xavier Restrepo, yeah, dude, he pretty good. Jacoby George, 120 yards receiving, no touchdowns. Elijah Arroyo, Arroyo, 1 touchdown today. And Miami with 2 sacks. With Syracuse came through today, y'all. Kyle McCord, 380 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. LaQuint Allen, 82 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Also, Trevor Penner, 128 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Jackson Meeks, 110 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns for Syracuse. And Syracuse only got 1 sack. It came up in that thing, and man, they bust Miami head. Well, no, that was actually a good game. Syracuse actually had to come back. Now, here's the deal right here. This is what I'm thinking. The fact that Miami lost 2 games against 2 unranked teams, Alabama lose against unranked teams. So a lot of, here's my dynamic. Well, you know what? I get all that stuff in a minute. But the fact that Miami lost against these unranked teams, these good legendary football powerhouses are losing against unranked teams, I think, just in my opinion, not that you can't trust college football, but it's not that you can't trust these teams no more. It's just that it's a level playing field now. This is just my opinion on it. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Let me go ahead and go back to the scores. Congrats to the Syracuse Orangemen. Y'all got the energy. Notre Dame, yes, by them winning this game, they get a home playoff game. They beat USC, which is their arch rival. We already know how that thing goes with Notre Dame. Now, Marcus Allen. At first, I was like, fire that dude. I was like, man, they're gonna fire that dude. But he came through today though. Marcus Allen, man, he came through, brought Notre Dame back. They get a home playoff game. They beat USC. Riley Leonard from Notre Dame. Notre Dame 49, USC 35. Riley Leonard from Notre Dame, 155 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jadarian Price, 111 yards, 1 touchdown. Jeremiah Love, the dude been getting a touchdown every game this year. And Riley Leonard with a touchdown as well. And Jeremiah Love, 199 yards rushing as well. Mitchell Evans, 59 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Eli Roridan with a touchdown. And Notre Dame with just 1 sack. USC, they don't feel like real bad. Jaden and Jalen. All these Jaden and Jalen. All these people with Jalen names. Oh, what's up with that? Man, do their parents got the same baby dad or whatever? But anyway, Jaden Ava, I think that's how you see it. 360 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Wow, that's crazy. Jayton Maavia, two rushing touchdowns. That's pretty cool. Not a bad deal. But one enough. Jacoby Lane from USC, 26 yards receiving for 3 touchdowns, though. And USC with 2 sacks. So, not a bad day, but Notre Dame and USC. Hey, that's that game right there. Fine hours, y'all got the energy. Penn State, Maryland, 44. No, Penn State, 44. Maryland, 7. Penn State take care of business as usual. Not a bad deal. I think they only lost 1 game. They lost against Ohio State. And speaking of Penn State and Ohio State, I'm going to get that game in a minute anyway. But anyway, Maryland, 7. MJ Morris, 120 yards passing. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Turn the ball over Penn State like that. Them boys going to eat all day. And Caden Prather from Maryland, the Terrapins, only 1 yard touchdown, no sacks today. Also, moving on to Penn State, Drew Eller, 171 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Bo Pribula, 13 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Nicholas Singleton, 87 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Bo Pribula, 1 rushing touchdown. Drew Eller with a touchdown as well, rushing touchdowns as well. Tyler Warren, 68 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Tyseer Denmark, 1 touchdown. And they got 6 sacks today. So Penn State, the Nick Lions, they ate good today, y'all. But congrats to Penn State. Y'all got that energy. I'm about to look at all these things in a minute. Moving on up, man. Let me go ahead and go to, you know what? I'm going to go with Texas A&M. Just what I thought. I thought A&M would probably pull this thing off, but yeah, they couldn't get it done. But Texas A&M, Texas took care of business today. They kept going for it. Texas A&M kept gambling. Freshman quarterback, they kept going at it. Quinn Ewers from Texas 17, Texas A&M 7. Quinn Ewers, 218 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Wow, get this right here. Quintrevion Weisner, 33 carries, 186 yards, no touchdown. That's fine too. Archie Manning, first touchdown of the game. I think it was first touchdown of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Jaden Blue, 7 yards, touchdown reception for Quinn Ewers. Matthew Golden, 73 yards. Guess what? They got 3 sacks today. And A&M, 7. They kept going for it. I understand why. But at any rate, Marcel Reed, freshman quarterback, 146 yards, passing, 1 touchdown. No, 1 interception. My bad, 1 interception. Also, with a pick 6, Will Lee III, 93 yards, touchdown reception, return for a touchdown. So those are the only score for the day. So offensively, A&M did not get anything in today, which is pretty cool. So Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama. Alabama was like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, number 4 in the SEC for the rankings and everything. But Georgia, Texas, well, I get all that stuff in a second. But moving on though, Michigan and Ohio State, y'all. Man, whoo, hey, listen. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be straight up honest with y'all. I just thought that Ohio State was gonna win this game. I really did. Because Michigan, they had some, underperforming games where they just couldn't do nothing at all. But they go in to beat Ohio State. Matter of fact, I don't think Ryan Day has beat Michigan yet. Because Harbaugh been there all them years, and then Harbaugh leaves, go to the NFL, to the Chargers, and guess what? I think the offensive coordinator for Michigan takes over. He goes in the horseshoe, and continues the tradition of whooping Ohio State's ass. Oh, man. Listen, Ohio State losing. They're out. Well, they're probably going to go to the playoffs, but it's going to be some seeding. It's going to be some crazy stuff going on Tuesday. I want to see what Tuesday going to look like. It's going to be crazy. So, Ohio State, AP polls are coming out tomorrow. Ohio State losing in the upset in the horseshoe in front of 100,000 people to Michigan, 13-10. Michigan 13, Ohio State 10. That's what's crazy about the whole thing. Well, and I just knew Ohio State was going to go in and take care of business. But Michigan went in there and handled business. Davis Warren, 62. Guess what, y'all? Just 62 yards passing and 2 interceptions. But guess what, though? Khalil Mullins, 116 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. And that's the only touchdown that there was for the game today. And guess what? Michigan got no sacks. That's what's crazy about the whole thing. Michigan got no sacks, y'all. They got no sacks today. That was the only touchdown that was scored today, and the rest of it was field goal. Michigan defense stepped up real big today. Will Howard, 175 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Yeah, turned the ball over in a big game like that. You playing against Michigan? That's crazy. Quishon Judkins, 46 yards rushing, no touchdown. Travion Henderson, 21 yards rushing, no touchdowns. Will Howard, just 10 yards. Guess what? Jeremiah Smith, 35 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. And the field goal after that, no sacks. A good game today, y'all. Guess what? Oregon, Indiana, playing for the Big Ten championship, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Oregon, Indiana, playing for the Big Ten. Oh, let me move on. Hold on. Congrats to the Wolverines. Y'all got their energy. Oh, y'all forgot there's more games up here too. Yeah, it's halftime in BYU. BYU with the comfortable lead over Houston, 2-possession game. Congrats to the Wolverines. Y'all got the energy. Who was it? Oh yeah, congrats to the Longhorns. Hook 'em. Y'all got the energy. But guess what though? Moving on to Oregon, #1 team in the country. In Washington, beating Washington comfortably today. Washington 21, Oregon 49. Washington, hold on, let me do this real quick. Washington 21, Oregon 49. Demond Williams. Oh yeah, Demond Williams Jr. 21 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Jonah Coleman, 1 touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. And Giles Jackson, 69 yards receiving, 1 touchdown, and they got no sacks. Oregon 49, Dylan Gabriel, 209 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Jordan James, 99 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. DeJuan Riggs, one rushing touchdown. Dylan Gabriel, 1 touchdown. Jordan James, 2 touchdowns, 99 yards rushing. Noah Whittington, 1 touchdown rushing. Terrence Ferguson, 1 receiving touchdown. Tez Johnson, 1 receiving touchdown. And Oregon, their boy came in there with 10 sacks on that for Oregon defense. Congrats to the Oregon Ducks, Shuggy Ducky, quack quack. Oregon going to the Big Ten championship. Oregon and Indiana playing this week in the Big Ten championship. So that should be pretty interesting right there. Oh, let me go on down to this game right here. I forgot. Oh man, this is the game. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is the game of the weekend right here, y'all. The game of the week, or the game of rivalry week. Georgia and Georgia Tech. Man, hey, listen, I'm a Georgia fan. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me tell y'all something real quick. I just knew that Georgia was gonna lose that game. No, well, I had Georgia coming out dominating. The way Georgia Tech came out there and ran that ball with that RPO, Haynes King is a tough quarterback. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Georgia Tech got all my respect. Any respect that I got for me, and I got a lot of respect for a lot of things and a lot of reality. Georgia Tech, y'all got my respect, bro. Real. They can't listen. Georgia Tech, they came to play. Georgia, hold on. Yeah, Georgia took them too lightly. I had a notification on my computer. Yeah, Georgia took Georgia Tech too lightly, in my opinion. Their run pass option couldn't stop nothing, bro. And guess what? Georgia Tech ain't nothing to be played with. I'm gonna be honest with you. They beat Florida State. They were #1 team in the country in the first game of the year. Georgia State pulled the upset at the beginning of the year. They got ranked. Came in and beat Miami last week. Almost beat Georgia last night. If Georgia Tech would have won that game last night, Georgia Tech could have easily been ranked. Georgia got by. Georgia barely got by. The game went 8 overtimes. 8 overtimes. Georgia Tech, oh yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Georgia, just in my opinion, is relatively the toughest team in all of college football. I'm gonna tell you why. They went on the road. They played Texas. They played Ole Miss, and they played Alabama. Now, lost against Texas and Ole Miss, and they played Tennessee. I think UGA, just in my opinion, I think University of Georgia Bulldogs, they had the toughest schedule out of all the teams in college football this year. Went on the road, played Texas, played Alabama, played Ole Miss, played Tennessee, and this game for last night. Tech ain't no slouch. Georgia Tech is a sneaky team. I'm gonna tell y'all, Georgia Tech ain't a bad team. They just a sneaky ass good team. They are a low-key, good-ass team. They really are. Yeah, Georgia Tech is pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Actually, a lot of people had, and I say Tech, we gotta, so even though we won, who did we play last week? I forgot who we played. I think we played, who we played? Hold on, let me look. We played UMass last week. Yeah. We allowed them boys to get 200 yards on UMass. So we took care of business last week. But last night, Georgia found something in there. Georgia found something within themselves to win this game. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these stats real quick though, man, because this is crazy right here. This is a wild, I ain't never seen that wild like this before. All right, check this out right here, y'all. Georgia Tech 42, Georgia 44. 8 overtimes, winning off 2-point conversions. All right, Haynes King, 303 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Haynes King, you got all my respect, dog. All of it, every last little bit of it. 303 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. And he got 110 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns. Haynes King had 413 yards of offense by himself. Jamal Haynes, 91 yards rushing, no touchdowns, but it don't matter. It contributed to the run-pass option. Eric Singleton, 86 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Jamal Haynes, 3 touchdowns, and 3 rushing yards and a touchdown reception. And guess what? Georgia Tech with 2 sacks. But man, them boys came in and put up number. Hey, Georgia Tech ain't playing, and they controlled the clock too. This was crazy about it. But Georgia 44. Georgia came back and won that game. So that's pretty cool. Carson Beck, 297 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, excellent performance. No interceptions. Nate Frazier, 50 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Cash Jones, 53 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Dominic Lovett, 47 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. London Humphreys, 1 touchdown. Oscar Depp, 1 touchdown. And Georgia fumbled the ball, and they got 1 sack yesterday. Georgia Tech with 2 sacks. Guess what, y'all? Here's the deal. Epic game. I'm not gonna lie. This game right here is for the record books. I'm not gonna lie. This is the game for the record books. Even though Georgia had an insurance policy with the SEC championship game, Georgia really need to win it. They really need to win that game. So Georgia, in the SEC championship, they be playing Texas. Clemson playing SMU. We're gonna see how that thing goes. Clemson might come back and win a little bit. So let's go ahead and go over these games real quick. So the ACC championship game, Clemson and SMU in the ACC championship game. In the Big Ten championship game, you're gonna have Oregon, Indiana in the Big Ten championship game. This could be pretty good. Who was that? Oh yeah, Notre Dame. They're non-regional, so they relatively don't have a championship game and everything. Yeah, Notre Dame, UConn, and UMass. Those are relatively non-conference teams, so they may be automatic bids. Moving on to the Arizona State. I'm sorry, not Arizona State, but for the Big 12. You got Arizona State and Iowa State. They really going to the Big 12 championship game. I think that's all of them, because you only got 4 of them that's up in there. But here's the deal. It's been a wild weekend in college football. I don't think I ever seen anything like this crazy in my life. Again, I had said it at the beginning of the season or during mid-season. I don't think it's going to be – I just think – well, Oregon is the only undefeated team in college football. But just in my opinion, I think relative to college football, I don't think it's going to be a lot of teams that's going to be undefeated no more. I think right now, what we have to look at is the reality of college football itself. It's going to be, I think 1, 2 lost teams, maybe 3 lost teams is relatively going to be a normality in terms of college football. Because you got to realize to understand what's going on right now in college football. Okay, number one, back then when you recruited in college football back then, you only had so many visits to visit a certain player or a prospect rather. You only had so many visits to visit to see a prospect player. A lot of schools got fined. A lot of schools got punished. They got put on probation. And those particular rules got changed where you can visit the player or the prospect as many times as you want to. Invite them to games, this, that, and the other. Then, later on, years on down the line, Trump got into office, Supreme Court overturned the decision. The Supreme Court ruled on the decision for the NIL deal. So basically, a lot of schools, a lot of players, a lot of schools got fined, a lot of players got docked, where they taking money for doing autograph sessions and things of that nature. So schools making billions of dollars. So they got NIL deals. So now these players out here, they making money on football. Then another thing about the players also with the transfer portal. So basically what's going on right now, college football is a collegiate NFL. That's basically what it is. College football is a collegiate NFL now. That's basically what college football is. Everybody say, well, it's ruining football, No, it's not ruining football. My whole thing is like, listen, I'm here to play football. You recruit me to play football, even though I'm here to learn. So give me a degree. I may have a degree, but I go get a job. Look, the way this economy going, ain't nobody finna hire me. Not in a bad way. It's like, ain't no jobs out there. Hustle. So you gonna recruit me, and the best thing you give me is a degree. Listen, I'm in agreement with athletes getting money, okay? Listen, these schools that have made these schools have made trillions of dollars off these athletes, off these kids. And the kids getting their money back, man. So they getting their just due. And that's a good thing. I ain't got no problem with the schools getting their money. With the kids getting their money and everything. But college football ain't ruined. College football is just more exciting than what it was. Guess what? You got the playoffs, you got NILs, you got transfer portals. Guess what? These kids, you sit up here with a school, okay? Let's just say for general, Ohio State or Alabama. Let's say Georgia. You got a shit ton of 5 stars on your sideline that don't been recruited, which is good. Not a problem. I want to play. Guess what? They don't play till their junior, senior years. Yeah, you still got to learn things and things of that nature. But guess what, though? I'm a 5-star on the sideline where I can be over here playing something. And I get an NIL deal. Guess what? Go get that money, bro. Now, I want you to stay at Georgia. I want you to stay at Alabama. Yeah, you can stay there, but at the same time, hey, yeah, you got to go out there and make something for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the money pool is out there. And also, not only that, even the schools are making more money now. Because guess what? Because they have playoff games now, the schools are now starting selling alcohol. Now, that's neither here or there. But these schools and these stadiums, they get corporate naming rights now. So the schools are making money. So now they got stipend money. Ohio State, $20 million. Ohio State they spent $20 million on students. So guess what? They got naming rights. Who don't want to pick up their name? Ohio State University. Can you imagine? Let's see, what's in Ohio? Goodyear. You got Goodyear, you got Levi's. Goodyear is in Akron, Ohio. They can pay a sponsorship to Horseshoe Stadium, put the name rights up there. They pay so much money a year. That's crazy. You got Georgia. Let's say you got Georgia and Home Depot Stadium. Or better yet, UPS Stadium. This is Georgia company. Or Georgia Pacific. No, you got Alabama. I don't know what big companies down there in Alabama, but let's say you got Michigan. You got General Motors, Ford, Stellantis. Well, Stellantis, that's not here or there. But GM Ford was a Detroit. This is the auto industry. They can put the name on them stadiums. On their stadium. California, Facebook Stadium. The USC, the Rose Bowl. So these schools got naming rights. Everybody get money now. Basically, college football is a league now. But needless to say, we're going to the next weekend. It's going to be a very interesting weekend. I think next weekend is going to determine. Next weekend is going to determine where teams are going to be positioned. Georgia already in. Oregon already in. Georgia, Oregon, Texas. I think Penn State, because they don't play next weekend. Penn State, they're just going to be seeded. But Georgia has a chance to get a first round bye. Georgia and Texas playing for the SEC championship. They will have a chance to get a first round bye. That's just the only thing I think about Georgia playing for. Oregon, maybe a first round bye. Oregon probably going to be Indiana. This is my opinion. I think Clemson and SMU, same thing. Iowa State. So you got a couple teams out there that's gonna have first round byes. The polls are gonna come out tomorrow, maybe around 1 o'clock. Miami, based on who they lost to, unranked Georgia Tech and the unranked Syracuse, not that they're bad teams. I think Miami, let me check this out right here. Top 25. Let's see here. ACC. Let me look at the whole damn thing right here. Oh my God. I don't know. Okay. This ain't it right here. But I do, I'm trying to look at it. But I think, okay, with Ohio State losing, well, Georgia's going to move up. Georgia's going to move up. I think Texas moves up to number 2. Georgia moves up to number 4. Penn State moves up to number 3. Hold on, let me do this right here. Let me type this in, y'all. 25. Rankings. My bad. Trying to do this real quick. All right, 25. Okay, here it is right here. All right, check this out. All right, AP top 25 teams. No, college football playoff rankings. Okay, let's do it just like this. Oregon, number 1. Ohio State, number 2. Texas, number 3. Penn State, number 4. Notre Dame, number 5. Miami, number 6. Georgia, number 7. Tennessee, number 8. SMU, number 9. Indiana, number 10. Georgia State, number 11. Clemson, number 12. All right, so let's go ahead and take this right here. Ohio State losing today. Miami losing today. Ohio State probably going to drop down to, I think what happens is that it's going to be a shift. So Ohio State's out. Miami's out, okay? Texas moving up number 2. This is just my opinion. Texas going up to number 2. Penn State moving up to number 3. Notre Dame moving up to number 4. Georgia moves up to number 5. Tennessee moves up to number 6. SMU number 7. Indiana number 8. Georgia State 9. No, Georgia State gonna be number 9. Clemson gonna be out of it. Alabama move up either number 11 or 12. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Actually, Ole Miss might get up in there because them two leagues, Ohio State probably gonna drop down to number. Ohio State might drop down to number 10. So I think with Clemson losing, Alabama getting back in. Yeah, Alabama's relatively gonna get back in. So I think that's the only move, just in my opinion. With this Clemson loss, Alabama's gonna get back in, and South Carolina might move up. Hey, South Carolina, who knows? And Miami might be out. Who knows? Ohio State, they're not gonna move out. They probably drop like 5-6 spots though. So Alabama moving up. I think South Carolina may have a little. South Carolina might have a little something going on. They're number 15. They can move up like, hey, the fact that they beat Clemson, they can move up a little bit too now. So hey, it could be another a whole nother deal going with that. But also, South Carolina will be moving up. I know Alabama will be back in the top 12 in the field of 12 with the Clemson loss. So Alabama's gonna get back in. Alabama, not that they're gonna be a dark horse, but Alabama they're gonna be spoiler or force to be reckoned with. I think Alabama ain't gonna. Well, they go to the playoffs, but they might get a home playoff game or maybe a visiting game. But I do see that Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama. Oregon, Penn State, SMU may get them in there. Boise State, I think, just in my opinion, I think Oregon loses the first round. Oregon gonna get a bye, but they're gonna wind up losing though. This is just my opinion. But it's been a crazy weekend, man. I got the NFL coming on later on the day. I'm gonna get with y'all later. Y'all have a great night. I'm quite sure ain't nobody watching the show. You can watch it later.